Hello and welcome to the Regenerate Talk. And today we're covering a long anticipated film for this podcast. We've been talking about it for a while. We had a lot of
And
build up for this.
if you're following Ty on Instagram, you know their opinion on it, and they're grifting and their Man of Steel
come on,
revisionism.
Give me a fair chance here.
Yeah,
Give me a fair
no,
chance here.
no, I'm not letting you. I'm not.
You know, we had a
No.
really
We
level-headed
gotta get that out of the way.
this yesterday. Don't let the showmanship fool you. Very level-headed conversation you had this yesterday.
Wait, are we not talking about Aquaman?
You fucked the fish, you know.
I thought we were talking about Aquaman.
Yeah. I thought this was the Aquaman.
Yeah, we were doing
retro,
the
we're doing the Aquaman.
Guys,
No, this is Aquaman, dude.
Born to be one.
Fuck the fish, you know, Ty. He's fucking fish, dude. I feel like this is stuff we gotta talk about.
He fucked the fish.
Yeah. Fuck the fish.
That's retcon now. Doesn't actually exist. Never happened, actually. According to James Gunn, it never happened, bro.
Actually, it definitely did.
Actually, no. It is kind of a weird situation.
You think the Green Arrow Brony convention allegation is still going to be canon?
What? The what? Is that a real joke?
The Green Arrow Brony. That was a real joke in Peacemaker. He said,
"Are you serious? I don't remember that."
Yeah. He said Green Arrow goes to Brony conventions.
I do not remember that at all. I don't remember.
I think it's because Stephen Amell actually goes to I think he went to a Brony convention with his daughter. I don't know. I think there was actually lore. Okay. There was lore to this. There was lore to this.
Are you being dead ass right now, or
no? I'm being.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah,
I might
it's
be
actually
spreading misinformation.
I looked it up. No, I just looked it up.
Shit.
Yeah. Actual joke. He was pretty pissed off about it. He didn't care for it.
I mean, yeah, he's taking his daughter
dude,
to a
he was
fucking Brony convention.
Really
I mean,
yeah, he was really mad.
he was mad about the fucking the joke.
Yeah, yes. He was mad about the joke.
Yeah, he was really mad.
Okay.
Because I thought it was just another lol, Peacemaker being stupid and random, but then I saw the podcast clip of him being no, that was kind of fucking that kind of pissed me off.
I just want to say, we're talking about the same guy who during the fucking writer strikes was like, guys, you guys are just being little bitches, man. Just fucking. Yeah, okay. We're exactly talking about the most respectful fucking person here, okay? Let's just be honest. Yeah.
But that's my Green Arrow though.
But anyways, hi, welcome back to Regenerate Talk. This is the Superman episode. Yeah, this is the Superman episode. Who wants to start?
Yeah, I guess it is a Superman episode. Since we gave up on Aquaman.
We gave up on all of those movies.
Yeah.
Aquaman, we gave up on Shazam, Black Adam.
Listen.
We gave up on
Blue
Beetle. Flash.
It just wasn't worth it. You're the one that suggested it, man.
Yeah, you're the one who planned this shit. You made a fucking Google Doc of this. You made a Google Doc outline for our schedule. You went to that extent to be like, this is what we're doing, bro.
Having the blueprints and having the plan and then executing it is so different. It's so different. Did I think it would be as excruciating as it was?
Once you sit down to watch Aquaman, the plan changes. The game changes in that moment when you sit down.
It would not, because you were really enthusiastic about it, and then just halfway through, you're like, "Fuck, I don't want to do this no more."
I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be fun.
It was
fun.
Let
me open my letterbox and literally go back to last summer and just read off what I watched. 6 movies in a row. Man of Steel.
Holy shit! It's been a
fucking
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman 84. Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Suicide Squad. Birds of Prey. The Suicide Squad. And then Deadpool and Wolverine right in between. And then I stopped.
I saw Deadpool and Wolverine and was like, damn, this movie is kind of decent. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this shitty retrospective anymore. I don't want to do this okay.
And then in January I watched Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom as a last ditch effort, and I gave up. And I gave up because I realized I wasn't having fun anymore. 6 movies, 7 movies in a row would do that.
We should have skipped straight to Black Adam. We should have
Maybe
had
we should
Aquaman
have.
be the last one.
We should-
That movie
should have.
genuinely is fun because it's like so shit. Because it's just so shit. I
Love it.
think it adds to it.
I'll revisit it one day, but I just need a long break from those movies, man. That was not fun. That was not as fun as I imagined.
Yeah.
It was fun when we were talking about like the prime DCEU days, but then you get to like just a weird period where it's like they didn't know like what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like,
just
what
it's
were
just
we
not
realistically
releasing
going to
anything.
say about like Blue Beetle? What were we gonna say about Blue Beetle or Shazam?
Dude,
Shazam
I would have
2.
fucking snoozed through that. I would have snoozed through that discussion. What a boring fucking movie, dude. Absolutely anybody who gassed that movie up and said it was good, liars.
Liars.
Those people do not talk about that movie. They don't even think about that movie passively anymore. Nobody's begging that guy to come back as Blue Beetle, bro.
No. I think he is coming back, but I don't think anyone's really. It was just like, yeah. It's just
No, like
very
nobody's
passive,
really gonna
like,
be like itching for it.
okay, cool.
I'm not itching for it.
Oh, the guy from Cobra Kai? Oh my god. That's cool.
Holy fuck!
I
The guy from
love
Cobra
him.
Kai.
Anyway,
George Lopez,
Superman.
low rider.
but get on topic. Superman, which has been long awaited between the three of us.
3 years in the making.
Yeah,
3 years in the making.
basically.
Movie of the
And,
decade for me. Movie of the
Okay,
decade for me.
whoa.
Yeah, movie of the decade for me. Movie of the decade for me.
You kidding? Really this serious? I guess we're just starting this already. Okay. You know, that's cool. That's so cool, bro. Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, okay. Mr. Ty the fan over here on their fucking story, Man of Steel grifting, talking about are we being dead serious right now?
I never did that.
I never did that. They said. Yeah, but I think this movie has been very divisive amongst our friend group. Yeah, actually, it's mostly just been Ty.
No.
Some of Seth,
No. You don't get to lie. No.
It has mostly just been you.
Seth
It
hasn't
has
been as
mostly
vocal.
just been you.
Seth hasn't been as vocal because he is scared. But he did not
I
like that
got
movie,
the
bro.
impression Seth. I got the impression Seth was severely disappointed. He seemed like he just saw a baby get hit by a semi.
He's in scared.
I was gonna
actually
say the only
it.
time I see Seth. I was gonna say the only time I see Seth give criticism to that movie is when Ty's giving criticism for that movie, and they sort of use Ty as like a fucking human shield.
Exactly.
Because most of it is because it's like whenever Ty talks shit about it, we just go after fucking Ty, and then Seth throws in like one sentence. But
He's doing the fucking get away from him in the shower. I say to myself in the shower later.
Exactly.
He's doing that.
I'm like taking all his shots. Like I'm getting them turning.
You're taking all the fucking.
I'm turning to switch cheese over here instead of just throwing one lone grenade. Like no, like come on, fight back, coward.
Yeah.
But
You're the drummer boy taking the.
I'll give you this one thing, Ty. At least you're vocal about your criticism, okay? Some people just go like, "Oh, it was a pretty shit movie," but it was a good Superman movie, and just like band-aid over their fucking claim and shit.
yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I
feel like ever since we've had like it's a good movie but a bad Spider-Man movie. Like people feel like they can say things like that. People feel like they can say things like that, and they didn't get bullied enough for it. That's the problem with being in like a nerd fan base. Is like other nerds, like they do kind of know how to bully other people, but like not properly. Like they don't get like like the underwear over their heads and. Like they just kind of like harass people online and leave it at that. Like we need to go back. We need like a little bit of proper bullying in nerd circles again, because like some people just speak too confidently.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
someone watching Spike Lee's like Old Boy remake and being like, it was a good movie, but it was a bad Park Chan Wook movie. Like, no one's gonna say
Spike
that.
Lee did that fucking.
It was a bad
Spike Lee
Old
did
Boy
the
movie.
fucking Old Boy remake?
Like,
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He cashed that check, bro. He cashed that check.
Yeah.
That's a crazy bit of trivia. That's a crazy bit of trivia. It's not hobby. It's just there's so much.
Yeah, it was Josh Brolin. It was a Josh Brolin. He had no reason to make it, but that's besides the point. But like no one does that. Like that's not criticism. That says absolutely nothing about the film itself. It's just like being a fan for the sake of it and having like empty, vapid discourse that means nothing. It's like intellectual jargon, dumb intellectual jargon. So no, I will always be vocal about my problem.
I've really tried in recent years. I've really tried in recent years to like separate the adaptation part of the equation in my brain. Because like at this point, like it truly doesn't mean nothing. Like to me, like if it's good, it's good. Like I don't care. Like I'm kind of at a point where it's like I like a part of me will be disappointed if like something I like isn't adapted in the way I envisioned. Like I've like when Wonder Woman comes out, my tune will change. I know this. But, like I know that it's going to be exclusive to me. Or at least like and other like Wonder Woman fans that are that like impassioned. I don't actually believe that the movie itself is like bad because it adapted something differently than how I would like. Like the fucking Penguin show is like
you would have
perfect point. This is me forcing a Penguin discussion, by the way.
Before you start that whole spiel, you would have fucking hated what me, Ty, and Jason were saying. Fucking Wonder Woman wise on call the other day because it genuinely is.
I think
it's true.
Well,
yeah,
we were
talking about.
Oh yeah, you go ahead, Go ahead, Jim.
I was just gonna say we're talking about how it's like with like Superman and Batman, they have like really important like one-off stories where it's like if you're a fan of the Wonder Woman movie, you can go watch you can go read The Long Halloween or like For All Seasons and shit like that. But for like Wonder Woman, we got Greg Rucka's run, yo. You can go read that.
Both Greg Rucka runs.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. Kidding. I just happen to like. It's like, I'm like not intimately involved with comic Twitter, but like sometimes I just like to pass it by. And I was on this Wonder Woman account and I bookmarked this tweet of this one person going through this Wonder Woman run. And I was just like, damn, like they might have like some good recommendations. And I looked and I just happened to I looked up like Wonder Woman on their account and one of their tweets was like, oh yeah, my favorite Wonder Woman story is Dead Earth. And I'm like, I was like, like where's the actual Where's the where is it? Where's the
deep dive? Where
is
dive?
It? And it's like like some fans are picky, some fans are emotionally stunted, so like they don't, they take some of the some of the writing that doesn't age well, whether it be in George Perez or Greg Rucka or whatever, and they be picky about it. But I'm seeing that it's like a common occurrence among fans where it becomes like an aura thing. And it's just unfortunate because that is her legacy at this point, where she has become more of she almost has like an artificial legacy, and she doesn't really have those like character defining runs and stories. I think that's really heartbreaking. Like that is really heartbreaking to like really think about.
Because it's like because it's like
I can't even like argue. I can't argue with that. Like I unfortunately can't. Like it breaks my heart to like hear you say those words. But like you're not wrong because like I do believe like the runs are good.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's not like, and I do think they've been like rectifying that like a little bit in recent years, like with Dead Earth.
Yeah.
With Dead Earth and with Historia, which Historia isn't like centered on her, but it's still like adjacent to her, so to me I count it.
And they brought
like they've been doing a little bit better.
Yeah, top
Game
20.
Home Run. That character defining run.
Yeah, the character defining run where it starts off as an ice allegory, and then all of a sudden we lost the plot, and it's about Steve Trevor's death actually, and how Diana's
it's
really
actually
sad
a
about it.
lot.
Yeah, really, really cool, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless
Yeah.
America. God bless
At
America.
least we got absolute. At least we got absolute Wonder Woman, huh?
Oh yeah, well,
At
Absolute
least
Wonder
we
Woman
got-
is actually another like bright spot. It's like another. I think that'll be like another run. People like somebody could point to.
Yeah.
I think New 52
Yeah,
was kind of that
but-
for like a little
like-
while, but then like
Again, Bryce,
actual Wonder Woman fans
that's
like kind of.
also that's also the same problem because it's like it's a good run, but it's like that's all it's gonna be because it's like it won't be like a one-off story from that run where it's like, oh yeah, go read that. They'll just go, nah, just go read Absolute Wonder Woman in its entirety.
Yeah, and it's like that's
Yeah.
like, man, it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. They just need to get someone. They just need to get someone focused. They just need to get someone focused. You know, in the next couple of years.
I find it hard to believe. I just find it hard to believe that like nobody wants to write her. Like
Well-
I feel like there has to be like other writers out. Obviously, like in their own wheelhouse, like there might not be interest, but like there has to be somebody out there who has a Wonder Woman pitch, and just like let them do it. Like you let all these like fucking Batman pitches get through. Like anybody with like the most, like if you have like one published work, you can write a Batman story. You can go to DC right now and say, "Hey, I got this great idea for a Batman story."
Maybe
So
given
it's
maybe
early
given-
years.
Yeah.
It's early years, and he's still
He has
figuring it out.
Tim's
He's
on.
not quite fully there yet. He's still not fully Batman.
He got his
Like-
Tim's on, and he meets the Joker for the first time, and it's all
And
like
he meets the
crazy
Joker
and
for the
stuff.
first time, and it's a murder mystery, and Robin, and he's meeting Robin.
But this
and
time,
he's
but this
really
time,
mean
you
too,
actually
bro.
get to kind of you get to kind of meet the Joker before he becomes the Joker.
But it's like nobody's pitching like a Wonder Woman book or of like any substance because it's like how long ago was Dead Earth and Historia? How long
Dead
ago was
Earth
that?
was like
in the 2020s, right?
2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's been like 5 years since.
Yeah,
like,
they
some
were like.
actual
That's why I'm
decent
saying
food.
like it's only just been a recent thing that they've seemed to like kind of make a conscious effort to rectify this.
Jeez.
But then again, like Black Label is kind of like it's not defunct, but it's just kind of like a whatever label. Like it wasn't as like big as I think they wanted it to be. So it's like I don't know what other standalone Wonder Woman books we could even get in the foreseeable future. I want them. Like I obviously I want them. It's just like obviously we also need fucking 50 Batman miniseries about like him fighting a werewolf and him like the power in the city went out and it's drawn by Jock and fucking oh my god. We were supposed to talk about Superman.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't have to be just. It just not have to be.
No, I know. But
Yeah.
circle back around before I go on a tangent.
Okay.
In watching Penguin, I've come to this realization many times.
You just want to talk about fucking Penguin.
No, it doesn't really have to do with Penguin, but it has to do with Penguin. But basically, it's like this has nothing to do with the Oswald Cobblepot you read about in the comics. This is not the same person at all.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's just that he's just a fat guy with a limp. That's the only fucking correlation. It's a completely different character, but you don't see people complaining because it's like a decent enough show.
Yeah.
And I wish people would realize that that nobody has ever actually cared about comic accuracy and like how quote unquote good of an adaptation it is. They just care about whether like it resonates with them. That's all. And that's with any movie, book, comic, whatever. That's like the baseline for anything is just like, does it resonate with you? Yes? Okay, then you like it. Like,
Yeah.
people try to overcomplicate it most times and like add like layers that just don't need to be there.
It's a good Superman movie, but like as a standalone movie, yeah, it was kind of whatever. Kind of whatever.
Yeah, and that's where I get kind of hung up on like the reaction to this movie. I guess is just like seeing some people like do the actually for it.
Well,
And like obviously some of it is legitimate. I know you have like
yeah,
complaints, Ty.
Yeah.
But like for some people it just seems like they're still holding on to something that came before as opposed to just like letting it be its own thing.
Yeah.
I will say
that's how I interpret some of it, but
I think there's like a, because I will say I think there are some people in online reactions. I think some people, like I said, I think comic fans are absurd and emotionally stunted people that cannot handle one iota of change before they start going, it's different, it's different. But
yeah.
I think also it is drastically different from like when there are. I guess particularly when there are like, and this is just an adaptation thing in general. It's not just comics, but it comes with like books and video games or whatever. When there are such fundamental changes that it almost can come off like you're intentionally misunderstanding the point of the source material. And I'm not saying this necessarily comes with James Gunn. I guess maybe you could argue so with somehow how he took some elements of Birthright or alleged that he took some elements of Birthright, but you can't really sniff out whether he did or not. But even like Bryce with the Last of Us, like we saw how season 2 went because because there was some there was some misunderstandings about that book, about the game and its story. And so I do think there are there's some rightful discontent sometimes when it comes to how how certain fans, or even how the criticism from like people who are just completely detached from any conception, or not perception of who Superman may be and what his cast of characters may be like. Obviously people dogged on BVS initially, not just because it was a bad movie, but because it fundamentally understood what the relationships between Clark Kent and Lois Lane are, or Superman and Lex Luthor, or Superman and the world. And
honestly, I would just go to the extent that like it just didn't establish them like at all, or like very well. Like I think like that's like the base like issue, is just that like it didn't do a good job of, like, other than just like the base of like, oh yeah, they're together, but like we don't understand like why they actually like each other.
Sure.
Yeah, they're just kind of like forced together, and then like they don't actually like each other. It's like, as we were brought here by circumstance.
They have sex. I mean, they're two attractive people. Obviously, they'd want to have sex, right? They're gonna fuck like crazy in that bathtub. But like, I don't know why she sticks around after. I don't know what titillating conversations that version of Clark is having.
Pretty much. But yeah. I mean, I do understand with where you're going, because obviously my ideal Batman is not some Nirvana listening emo gothy loser. But when Matt Reeves does it on an IMAX screen, I'm pumping my fists. I'm like, yeah, like let's
it's the best thing ever.
Go.
That's cool. That's fire. Yeah, that's fire. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, let's fucking go.
When I hear those boots clanking and that IMAX surround sound, bro, holy shit.
Exactly. But like
I think I get what you're saying in terms of like they see it like when somebody like misinterprets material they like, or like like you said, willfully, or like even like mistakenly misunderstand it. They take it like as a slight against themselves, almost, instead of just like accepting that person has like a different viewpoint of that material.
Yeah.
And like, because death and the author, all that, like, once a creative work is out there, like, it's up to like everybody who consumes that book or that piece of media what it's actually about, like, in their own eyes. So
like it doesn't even matter if you tell them outright what it's about, you know. You can tell them outright, and they still
like they'll still deny it. Like, and with the Superman case, like, there's the Israel-Palestine thing. Like, some people will just like, I haven't seen anything overtly, like anybody like overtly deny it, but like I'm sure there are people out there who are like, oh, what are you even talking about? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, of course it's not about it's not about that at all.
I think I think Ty said it best, where it's like they're like basically like completely like 1-on-1 outside of them wearing like fucking yarmulkes, you know.
Come on, like it's so obvious. It's obvious, and I will say
you'd have to be so willfully ignorant to like say it's not.
I think, like, you know, like, obviously that was like one of my, like, that was like, I don't want to say it was a bit, but that was one of my, like, oh please, like oh please, in a Superman movie in 2025, oh please. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh yeah, it's
fucking right, Hawkgirl. Hawkgirl just drops Netanyahu, and it's like, oh, okay, shit, wow.
But I will say, even still, I am hesitant to give it that much credit, because at least I understand why some people refuse to give it that much credit, because I see how James Gunn is like hesitant to even name it as that, which, you know, you can read that however it is. You can read that however it is. You know, he's hesitant to explicitly name it as that. You know, when people say, "Oh, you know, what countries are inspired by?" He's like, I don't really know. Like, you know,
they're all fake countries, man. I'm telling you, it's all fake country. It's fiction.
And obviously, everybody knows exactly what they're talking about in interviews, and doesn't lie whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then you know, but it's just, you know, it's stuff like that where I'm hesitant to give accurate credit, but that's, you know, that's neither here nor there. But it's there's a lot of I don't know, just something about this movie that makes people inherently deranged. Something about this character really that makes people inherently deranged. And I think it kind of started with Zack Snyder. I don't want to say it did, definitely, but I think when you just have polarizing people involved with it, polarizing personalities, there's always going to be a lot of divisiveness.
Would you say Henry Cavill was the Trump of Superman, where he just like brought out like the worst in people? He just brought out the worst of the fandom.
Oh man. I feel like that's inaccurate. That's inaccurate.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah.
That's inaccurate.
Slavish devotion to this one guy for no reason.
I hate to make that comparison, because I am sure Zack Snyder is the nicest guy ever. Or not the nicest.
It's so
guy
bizarre.
I'm sure
it's so bizarre.
Like such a nice guy. He seems like such a nice guy.
Yeah.
But it's just like there's something about the way people like him that just turns on like monkey brain. Like it just
it's like it is like a fucking cult, right? It is like a fucking cult, you know. It's not like a sanctioned one, because he's not like, oh yeah, these guys are pretty cool. It's like it's like man, I'm gonna behead this fucking small child for Zack Snyder's Superman, and it's like, geez, okay, wow.
Not once has Zack Snyder ever grifted. Not once has he ever said anything outwardly harmful. For what? Like,
no.
You know, 3 to 4 years, he's just been like, guys, I just want you to see my real movie. And they've been like, nothing is real. This world is fake. I'm gonna boycott the company for history. Zack Snyder is the ultimate truth, bro.
It's like Dune, Ty. Zack Snyder's Lisa Al-Gaib. He's like Lisa Al-Gaib. I will die for Zack Snyder. I'll die for you, Zack Snyder. I'll die for you, Zack Snyder.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Zack Snyder's the Paul Atreides. He's the Paul Atreides of film.
The Men of Steel.
The Men of Steel.
The Men of Steel.
You got people in fucking suicide vests saying shit like, before they blow up like a Walmart or some shit, bro. No,
There is no good in this world. I mean, like, I can't. Obviously, like, he's not grifting when he says this shit, but like, I just think of like of course my heroes kill. Like, if you don't think that, like, you're living in a fucking fantasy world, and like when he says shit like that, like again, it's not grifting. It's not like that's just genuinely how he feels. But it's like when you hear him say stuff like that, it just like emboldens that side of the community more and just makes everybody on the opposite side look at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like you have like a really like.
It's like not even fault though. Like it's not even his fault. Like he's just dumb. Like he's just like you know, like he's just like a nice jock. Like, you know, just let him make.
He's the smartest dumb guy you've ever met.
Yeah. Let him make his like silly ass movies, bro. That's what you need to be doing, man.
He couldn't even make a movie as stupid simple as Army of the Dead. Like just be like he couldn't even make that good. Stupid simple concept. Oh, these guys are robbing a bank in a fucking zombie infested Las Vegas. Wow, that sounds awesome. 2.5 hours and it's loaded with bullshit. Fuck you. If he can fuck something out that simple, then I don't think this guy is that smart, personally.
How's about Rebel Moon, guys? Remember that movie? Star Wars, but energy. About Rebel Moon, Rebel Moon, guys.
I'm really excited for the Army of the Dead sequel and the anime spinoff that they had planned. Any day now. Like any day those will come out.
Netflix gave that man like
for no reason. Bro. Absolutely no
reason. Well, they need to realize they were just a fan of those.
It was like pre Snyder cut. It wasn't even like it was like his blank check.
He just like he had the aura. He had the aura, and they were just like, man, like we're gonna make some bank off this, bro. Like we're gonna make it like billions, bro. Like billions. This is gonna be our next big thing. We don't need Knives Out. We don't need Stranger Things.
But God forbid, like Nia DaCosta makes the Marvels or some shit. God forbid.
God forbid.
If Ryan Coogler made one of those, it's over for him.
Yeah, fully.
For anybody else. For anybody else, it would have been fully over if he made some shit like BVS. If anybody else made BVS, it's over. But for Zack Snyder, fucking
he gets
endless
so
paychecks.
Many fuck ups. He gets so many fuck ups. He gets so many fucking and I don't know why. Because did BVS and Manos was good at the box office?
Yes.
Man of Steel did fine.
Incredible.
Okay. Don't say incredible for BVS. BVS did okay. BVS. I think it made like 700, 800 million, which to me, I think is, and I don't blame WB for viewing that as a financial failure because that should have made an easy billion. First movie have Batman and Superman meeting on screen and it doesn't crack $1 billion, but then later that year Civil War comes out and cracks $1 billion. Fucking Captain Marvel came out 3 years later, $1 billion. You serious? You serious right now? Like,
it's horrible.
And I know obviously Captain Marvel had the benefit of like being like a pre-Endgame release, but still, I still think like that's kind of ridiculous that BVS came out and it didn't crack $1 billion. That will always be crazy to me.
You know what?
It came out in like March. It was a not busy March. There was like no movies coming out then.
It was all didn't Suicide Squad? Didn't that hit $1 billion?
Did it?
I don't think I thought it hit like 700 million. I thought that was like a 700 million, 800 million movie. I don't know if it cracked $1 billion. Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, you can hear my keyboard clacking.
I can do the fucking.
Yeah, we can hear the keyboard clacking.
Scanning.
746. 746.
Yeah. Which that's like the Suicide Squad. Like nobody knew about the Suicide Squad. They just they were going off Will Smith and Margot Robbie, which Margot Robbie wasn't even that was what made her like a more household name, at least like from what I remember.
No, yeah.
All she had was focus the previous year, and the only reason people like were paying attention to that movie is because it starred her and Will Smith, and they were like, "Oh, this is like before Suicide Squad. Watch Focus, because this is like the first movie they're in together." I remember these years like the back of my hands. I know this. Anyway, Superman.
Yeah.
Fuck! This has been like the fucking 6th time.
Yeah, it says something about
I
the
don't
movie.
even
though.
Maybe we don't want to talk. Maybe we don't want to
just-
talk about
We
this.
just can't just
I
land
think
on
the
it.
problem is we fucking waited like 2. I've said everything I've already wanted to say to like Ty and everybody on call, dude.
Well, I think the thing is that it just comes with so much context. We can't just talk about it.
Yeah.
In its in its lonesome. There's so much context that comes with it. There's so much buildup, and that's really how you can encapsulate this movie.
Baggage.
Yeah, baggage. That's the whole. It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day. Baggage.
This was truly built off Dwayne Johnson's back. He took those financial whippings. He died for our sins so the DC universe could be reborn.
Yeah.
In James Gunn's image.
Dude,
like
what a colossal
truly hilarious.
What a colossal
honestly, I just want to map out like the trajectory of this whole fucking thing, because October 2022, Black Adam releases. Like the week after James Gunn, like well, the week after you get like Henry Cavill announcing like, "That's right, I'm back, guys. I'm so excited for Superman. I just ditched that Witcher show so I could be Superman full time again. I'm no longer Netflix employed. I'm."
And also, apparently, same day.
And then you have
James Gunn signs the contract to be the CEO of DC Studios.
Yeah, yes, and that's what I was gonna get to. Like that, and within that same week, within that same day,
fucking
James Gunn signed on.
He's like he's making coffee and shit. He turns on the fucking news and he's like, Cavill said what? Cavill said what?
Cavill did what? Yeah, like no contracts were signed on his end. Nothing was in paper. Nothing was in nothing was written from the sound of it. It was just pure Rock trying to like push this shit through and be like,
it was just a handshake. That's all.
It was a pat on the back and welcome back, buddy. It was the most like BS bullshit. And then
one conversation.
I think it was like
one
that.
Conversation
I think it was that
private
December
mansion in Hawaii over a glass of Terramana. That's all it was.
That fucking interview where it's like Gunn's talking about, oh wow, we've had some people try to force their way into the universe, but it just didn't happen, and you just immediately know who he's talking about.
You know what bald head fuck they're talking about. But now he's trying to force himself into the art house scene, and we'll see how that goes. I'm there for it. By the way.
Machine, brother.
Day one for the Smashing Machine.
Oh yeah,
but then that December.
That's Martin Scorsese flick.
Oh,
can't forget that one.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
But then that December of.
What were you saying?
I was just gonna say. Then that December, you have James Gunn be like, oh yeah, I'm doing Superman Legacy, Cavill out, and then that January of 23 comes out with that slate, which more and more as every day it was already like kind of like obvious then, but it's been even more obvious as of recent that was for the investors. Yeah. That was pure like David Zaslav told me like I need to get out here and announce some projects, and he sprinkled in like just a few things that were like just pure bullshit like that which never happened.
10-year plan.
Booster Gold I think is one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, Booster Gold, The Authority.
It's definitely happening.
Waller, Paradise Island, Brave and the Bold. Not happening.
I hope Paradise Island was one of the Fugazi ones. I hope that never happens. I don't want
it. It won't happen. It will never happen.
Wasn't The Authority supposed to be like the Justice Gang in in this one, or is that just like completely
No,
just
I
like
don't
made
think
up,
that
just like
it
just?
was. It
I
was
think
never
I
supposed to
think
be that.
yeah.
I think it was just James Gunn
Okay.
being really, really hyped up about it, and he was supposed to direct it allegedly, but for some, I guess he just handed it off,
Yeah, that's what I've
and then it
seen
just
at least
never.
recently is that it was like yeah, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just lying for the love of the game.
He just keeps saying, "Oh yeah, like we haven't been able to crack that one." It's like, motherfucker, you announced it. Like you're the one who seemed like really gun ho on this. Like,
Midnighter, guys, Midnighter and Apollo, guys, fucking Jenny
two
Sparks,
guys
guys.
kicking, two guys kissing. Oh yeah.
And then like 2 months later, no guys, Guy fucking Gardner, guys, Guy fucking Gardner.
I was when I saw that Nathan Fillion casting for the first time. I distinctly remember being in Target, seeing that, and being like, "So this is what we're doing. Like we're going balls deep. We're not fucking around anymore. Like we're just going straight in. We're not like introducing people one by one. We're just like we're going for it.
Yeah.
Like
Also-
Metamorpho too. Like
Metamorpho
Kinda
was like
crazy.
the weirdest one for me.
Kinda
Riddle,
crazy.
I was like, what? Like, what do you mean
Yeah,
Metamorpho? is the
Metamorpho.
Superman
Out of
movie?
like all the people.
Yeah, and obviously
Yeah.
there are some characters he regrets like adding, like so obviously. He regrets adding like the engineer, the famed Fortnite character, the engineer, into the movie.
Famed Fortnite character, yeah.
But you know what?
sacrifice my humanity for this Lex.
Go buy her skin out now.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, go get
I
a
mean-
skin, man.
Yeah, I'm glad we got the fucking Justice Gang was perfect. There's just like everything else was kind of, it's like Lex is cool. Ultraman obviously wasn't going to be fucking like dimensional and layered and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
You have some
and the
thoughts
engineer
on
was
that,
just
Ty?
that was a deep sigh. That's the fucking minimum
Yeah,
wage
dude.
sigh, bro. Yeah, I know, yeah. Why did you sigh like that, Ty? Let me know.
I don't know, man. I just I don't know why I'm holding back. Anyway, I just thought, I thought
This is it. This is your only chance to go full throttle, okay?
True.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go full
True.
throttle for Fantastic Four. You better go full throttle right now, okay?
All right then. All right. You know what? Let me sit up then. Let me be professional. I thought, Mr. Terrific was awesome. I love Mr. Terrific. I would not take him out of this movie in a heartbeat. I thought it was so useful. I thought Guy was cool. Hawkgirl, she had like what, 2 lines? Like get out of here.
Yeah.
Ultraman. See, okay, hold on. The engineer could have been Mercy. Would not have taken up as much
yeah,
space as she was
actually,
just Mercy.
yeah.
Ultraman, honestly, I remember just seeing an interview today where Gunn was like, yeah, like we had to cut a couple scenes where that were really sad with Ultraman. Why? Why is it that I just feel like I would have loved this so much more if it just had 10-15 minutes more. Because I understand the need for, you want an easy, digestible, non-offensive Superman movie to start your universe on, to get it on the good foot.
For sure.
I get that. But at the same time, I just, I see all the comparisons to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, and it's just like, can you imagine? Can you genuinely imagine? Close your eyes. If we had, Sam Raimi Spider-Man, and Thomas Jane Punisher was in it, and Ben Affleck Daredevil was in it, and Hugh Jackman Wolverine was in it, and so was Professor X, and Mr. Fantastic, and Kingpin, and just all these tertiary characters that do not matter because Sam Raimi needs to sell you on Spider-Man. It's like, no, it is Spider-Man. It is Superman. Why are you like you don't need to sell me on this, bro. You don't need to sell me on this universe. The best way to sell me, quote unquote, the best way to sell most audiences is just go full throttle on it. Don't be scared. don't be scared. Don't half foot in. You need to throw in a little something for everybody. No, the Batman, that's gonna be a whole universe. And Matt Reeves wasn't like, oh, let me get Green Arrow in this. Let me get Huntress in this. Let me get the Question in this. Let me get Reverse Flash in this. Whoever. Let me get whoever else in this. It's like, no, this is the Batman. This is what we're doing. This is the Batman characters. And like, for all the engineer and Justice Gang, that's all good and cool. But I feel like just a little more, a little more of what made most great Superman stories great is like his core characters, his core cast. What makes him compelling is the fact that he has the Daily Planet and he has Lois and he has the Kents or not, or he has the L's to lie on. He has all that to lie on. Like I feel like even having Supergirl a little more in this film would have felt 10 times more natural than the amount of real estate that the Justice Gang took up. And
where it's
I
like,
just feel like I don't need to be sold, bro. I just feel like I don't need to be sold.
Because it's like a lot of people I've seen, they fuck with Superman because it's like I see so many memes of like it's like where it's just like him smiling in that like end scene, right, where it's like me after not throwing a rock at like an old lady, right, and it's like that punk rocker song, and it's like the fucking like him smiling and shit, and it's like people would have loved Superman if it was just Superman and you didn't have all these like heroes and stuff.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
like Guy Gardner and all these guys were just like the cherry on top.
Exactly.
I will fucking say though, that fucking scene where it's like the kid in the flag and like Guy Gardner showing up and he's like, "Hey kid, Superman couldn't make it, so you got an upgrade." That shit did have me pretty hyped though. I won't even lie to you. That shit did have me hyped.
And you know what I'll say? And you know what I'll say about that? I think I don't even think you inherently needed to cut out the Justice Gang entirely. But I think if they had the amount of presence that, like, I don't know, just a random comparison because I watched it a little bit yesterday. If the Justice Gang had as much real estate in Superman as Frozone did in The Incredibles, where he's in like 3 scenes, you get him in the bottom half of the movie, and they're just ore farming. That's like I feel like that's great. But the whole like just the extent to what the Justice Gang was in the movie and all their tertiary characters, I just feel like we're wasting time, and a lot more of it could have been spent on just worthwhile characters that the audiences need to actually get invested in if we're going to continue this franchise with Superman.
I guess I disagree personally to a few points.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess like I never at any point I mean I guess Mr. Terrific is the one I feel like was the most like okay, like you should think this guy's cool. Like he was the one I was like being the most sold on. But like Guy and Hawk Girl, I never felt like I was being told like holy shit, like don't you want to see like a TV show of these people or anything? Like I never felt like that. It just felt like one, they were supposed to be a contrast to Superman in terms of like how they do superheroics, like the kaiju battle. Like you see direct, like it's a great way of showing like all of the morals Superman has and like bringing that up. Like oh, like I'm hoping to like
just put this guy in a
peacefully. Like I'm hoping to take care of this peacefully and put him in an intergalactic zoo, or at least like euthanize him like peacefully.
Right.
And they're all like, "Okay, pussy, shut the fuck up. Go sit in the corner. Like go save the squirrel."
Yeah.
And it also serves to show like Superman's influence because, and this is one of the things I really appreciated on a second viewing because on the first viewing, I didn't like feel the impact of the Justice Gang saving the Garhan Purians or whatever the fuck you'd call them.
Yeah.
Saving all those people at the end because like I was expecting it to be Superman. I didn't feel that the first time because I was like, oh, like it should have just been Superman. Like that would have been better, quote unquote. But then rewatching the movie, I appreciate it way more because instead of the point being like, oh, if only Superman were real, like all of our problems would be like solved. Instead, the point becomes through Superman's influence, other people can be inspired to do good for others.
Yeah. Because it's like you
And
see
that's a much
Guy
more
and,
like
yeah.
that's a much more profound point to me and like impactful and like is comparable to the real world.
Because you
As
see like
opposed to like,
Guy and
oh, if
them
only Superman
like
existed.
because you see Guy and them at like the beginning of the movie, and it's like they it's like outside of Mr. Terrific, it's like they really can't be fucking bothered, right?
Exactly.
And then you see Guy in like the bar and shit, and he's just like watching Superman get his ass kicked on TV, and he's just like, fuck, I gotta go do something about that, you know? And you see him show up, and he's saving these people, right? Whereas in like the beginning, it's like he can't be bothered to like show up, and he's just doing it just to like.
The ring told me not to get into politics, bro. I'm not trying to be woke right now.
Yeah. It's like, hey man, I have this ring. I'm supposed to be like a fucking peacekeeper, man. It's not my problem.
You know what? I guess I can understand that, and yeah, I guess I'll toss a point. I'll toss a point its way for that one. I'll toss a point its way for that.
Holy shit!
I just think it's
Holy
also.
shit! We get to talk.
I think the thing is,
I do.
is that it plays.
I think
the
you're.
movie
I think you're
plays
mainly
with a lot of
Yeah.
interesting ideas like that, where it's like, yeah, that is like a genuine, like, damn, like that's a good one. That is a good idea. It's obviously built on the precedent of some classic Superman stories, but it also feels like it's one of those things that, like, if you don't catch it on a second watch, it's one of those things that like can get easily lost because there's so much going on, and it feels like it's like moving at light speed almost. And I think that's why I would rather just have those, like, one of those, like, it's either in or it's out, you know? It's one of those things where it's just like, that is a cool story element, but if it's not something we could spend some worthwhile time on, then why even bother? You know? Why even bother?
I think, yeah. Well, I think it's like, because it's like I have no problems with the Justice Gang, but I do feel your sentiment with like the villains wise, where it's like we could have and like engineer. We probably could have just cut engineer just out, and it would have been fine. Because it's like Ultraman was doing like what
could have done himself. He could have just done himself, like he could have just done himself straight up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it just really, because it's like I remember Matthew was telling me about how it would have been cool if like Ultraman was like Parasite or something, right? Where it's like you have all these ideas for like the villains that could have been a lot better, right? If you just like, because it's like a lot of people I praise like Lex's character, right? But it really did feel like he was just kind of just there to be like a hater and shoot that guy in the head just like that, like one time, and just like be like you don't even get a chance to be like a foil to like Superman, because fucking Crypto came in and just use him as like.
Don't even get me
I
started.
mean, he is like the
actually
whole
get hot,
movie.
bro.
Like the
I might
whole
actually get
movie
hot,
is
bro.
him.
I might actually get hot if I start talking.
I do sure. Yeah, I do get what Bryce is saying, because it's like now that I'm thinking, because obviously for me it has just been the fucking one and done, right?
Man.
Well,
You're like a fence sitter, bro.
it's like,
Jeez.
I'm
easily swayed.
I'm thinking about it, right? Because it's like me and you are both the fucking one and done. I was originally supposed to go see it again today, but my fucking buddy just has a family gathering, so we didn't get a chance to see it. But it's like I'm going off my like first viewing of it, and then I think about it more, and I'm like, yeah, Lex did have more of that like philosophy battling with like Superman, just like throughout the movie, right? And before that scene with Crypto, so it's like, no, I'll shut up about that part.
But hold on, if I'm being dead serious for a minute, I'm not grifting. I'm not trying to be jokey, funny. If I'm being dead serious,
okay,
this is it. This is the moment. This is the moment.
The moment. This is it.
Come on. Dead serious,
this is the moment.
Bro. If I'm being dead serious, I feel like Batman versus Superman, Lex Luthor had not just more of a presence, but I felt like I'm specifically talking about the Ultimate Cut, by the way. In that movie, for that iteration of Lex Luthor, I felt like I fully understood where they were going with that character, and I understood why, and most importantly, I felt like it wasn't being spoon-fed to me in the last act of the movie, so we could get a cool moment.
Sure.
I felt like
maybe I'm not as on board as I thought.
no. And here's why I'm coming to this conclusion. I thought Nicholas Hoult home run, ran circles around basically the entire cast. He got that big paycheck for a reason. He got the big, he got a couple. He got
that milli.
He got that milli. He got a milli for it, and that's fully earned. But I think I just found it to be, it's like we were talking about. It's like when we were talking about, or at least I was in group chat talking about Tom Taylor earlier, and how on the internet he can be sometimes. I feel like with this specific iteration of Lex, it felt like a strange amalgamation of like internet discourse and some interpretations of Lex, but not like a hyper specific, like this is James Gunn's Lex Luthor. Like it felt like it was going for a little bit of Elon Musk. It felt like it was going for some of the meta criticisms of Superman, and it's just like where is the where's the,
I
where's
talked
the heart
about
of
this.
it? Like where's the heart of it? Like we can see little bits of insecurity with him and Eve and all the people he locks up in the prisons, and we can see obviously how small he feels compared to Superman. But the fact that we get those in like such either non-meaningful ways or ways that are just quite literally explained to us, where he goes on a 2.5-minute rant where he's like, Galileo, Einstein, I hate you. It's like that's so cool. Like it is so cool, but it just feels like it's something that's like not like it almost feels like it's again one of those cool ideas that feel like an afterthought because there's so much going on and we have so much to balance.
Yeah.
Conversely to BVS Lex, where the entire narrative revolves around him just being like, yeah, man, like I don't believe in this guy. I don't think he's real. Like I don't think he's the truth. I don't understand what everyone sees in him. And so I'm gonna start this whole conflict between these two guys, and then I'm gonna bring in a giant gray alien just cause I can. But the whole idea of BVS Lex being, I don't understand him. I don't get his hype. I don't think there should be a Superman to exist ever. And I'm literally going to streamline my entire plans throughout the movie, influence several people, try to flip several people in several different ways, and ultimately fail, but we still at the end of the day know what that version of Lex was about and why he felt that way, and it didn't feel like anything aside from that one scene where he's talking about his child abuse really openly.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like that's the only deep. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say that's the only deep dive I feel like we ever get into that version of Lex.
Like, is it?
Is like.
But like, is it like?
I think so. It's just like really, daddy-ish. It's just a daddy.
I can't speak on it. Yeah, I can't. I haven't seen the movie. I can't speak on it.
But at least with BVS, we had like, and I know obviously Lex had like Nicholas Hoult Lex had like the stuff with the senators and whatnot. Well, not the senators, the Department of Defense and whatnot. But like again, those are like so like they function not as like a character beat, but they function more like a story thing. Like we need to have Lex in this position, so it makes sense when Lex does this thing in the bottom of Act 1, whatever it is.
Sure.
It doesn't feel like it's anything that's properly based in the character and anything that is like that. Like this is really important to him for a specific reason.
I mean, do you think that like BVS Lex Luthor summoning Doomsday was not a plot like
no, and that's what I'm saying. That's
like,
what I'm saying.
That,
I don't think it's perfect. It's not even a perfect comparison. But I'm just saying, at least at least there was something there. There was some, and obviously they had more time, and that version of the character was far more specific.
Yeah, it was
And
like 3 fucking hours,
made
wasn't
before, and it was even made
Yeah.
before a time where like Lex Luthor discourse and
But
online discourse
aren't
over
you-
superhero films weren't really a thing.
Aren't you like talking about like the cut though of like it's
Well,
like the
I
ultimate
am,
cut
but
of like
still,
Lex
that is,
Luthor, right?
but
It's not
even
like
still, it's not like that.
I mean, a
didn't
majority of
exist.
the scenes in the
Yeah.
in
Okay.
the regular cut, it was kind of like there wasn't too many cut Lex Luthor scenes.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it, so I can't speak much about that. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever watching those movies.
I'll give you that, like, in terms of like functionality and like their goals and stuff, they are not too dissimilar.
Right.
I'll give you that. And I think if we had like 10 less Katrum from Jesse Eisenberg, and a little less of that, people probably would have like given him a lot more credit than what they do, which the only credit they give him is that this is just the Riddler, this is just the Joker, whatever. So I will give you that like functionality wise, like functionally they are like very similar. I guess like, and this is gonna sound like coping, and like maybe it is, maybe in a way it is.
Okay.
But, like, I guess my mind keeps going back to like the idea of like the first Guardians movie.
Okay.
I haven't seen
Like,
that one either.
with someone
so I
like
can't speak much.
with someone like Rocket. Like Rocket really didn't have that deep of a characterization in the first movie.
Okay.
Like, full honesty, like it's not that deep. But then, like, by the third movie, he's like the best character. And like, I don't want to like potential man this argument. I don't want to potential man this argument.
Okay. All right, dude.
And be like, oh yeah.
I mean, no. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Right?
No,
it's like,
I
remember you were
no,
telling me
hold on.
yesterday. Yes, no, because yesterday you were telling me about how it's like I was like James Gunn isn't like a master of like subtlety, right? And then you were like, but it is because in the final Guardians movie when fucking Gamora and Star-Lord are like talking about how like Gamora is like, oh, we had so much fun together, and like Peter's like, oh, you're
talking about the guy who in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 had Rocket say out loud, oh, they didn't leave him. Even when he stole batteries, they didn't leave. Like when he says shit like that, like you can't. You're gonna get high and mighty about Lex being outward with his hatred at the end of the movie in the film's climax. But you know, God forbid. God forbid.
You know what?
Yeah, no, because
you know what? You clocked me on that one. You clocked me on that one.
And then
Guardians 2 is
fucking
one of my favorite
Mantis
movies ever.
saying to Drax in volume 3, you were never meant to be a destroyer. You were meant to be a dad. Like, and I have no problems with these lines. I'm just saying, like, don't fucking come in here with this bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm getting spoon-fed. I'm getting spoon-fed here. Am I a baby or something?
It's just the first movie, Ty. It's just the first movie, dog. It's just the first. I'm just saying. Yeah.
And again, like, I don't want to like.
That was a
I don't want to like potential man this argument and be like, oh yeah, but just wait, bro. Just wait. Because like, I think like this is a good base. Like, I think this whole movie is just establishing like the bases. And I think the only failure, and I will 100% agree with you, and I think the reason why you focused on the Justice Gang so much and why they got, and like why you're upset they got so much like focus and screen time is that the Daily Planet got such a disservice. Like, other than Jimmy and Lois, I don't know what this Perry's like. I don't know what this cat is like.
Grant showed up to fucking with a
breast.
The
funniest example to me is you had that random black dude in the fucking Terrific ship. Do you remember this? Do you remember the random black guy that just like tagged along
like
with them?
Von Troop or something. I don't remember. Like, I just know his name. I don't really know what he does. I don't think he had a single line.
Situation.
I don't think he had a line.
No, he had no lines. But it felt like a Milton. It felt like an unironic Milton situation where it's like, oh, he was with us. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, and Kat is just there to be hot, and
Be
have
breast,
boobs.
breast
Like,
the character.
I said this privately, to you guys, but like, if it wasn't for the fact that he wrote Lois as well as he did, I would have
Dude.
thought James Gunn like fucking hated women based on the
Dude.
depiction of Kat and
Eve,
Eve.
fucking yeah, Eve.
Like,
Eve
Yeah.
was like randomly mean spirited, and I did not like that one bit. I'm sorry. I thought no, I'm not even apologizing for it. I thought it was mean spirited and
leave
rude.
my white girl alone.
It was mean spirited and rude.
Yeah, cause
he like usually he sometimes does this with characters, with particularly female characters in his movies, and I never understand it. He did with Mantis in Guardians 2. He kind of skipped it. He skipped it in Guardians 3, but then just Eve, like it's just randomly, really mean spirited, and I did not like it one bit. I thought it was no.
Yeah,
mutant
like
toes.
obviously, like Lex treating her like that, it
Mhm.
makes sense. But like you said, like with Jimmy, like
Yeah.
Jimmy treating her
It's
like
Jimmy
so
Olsen.
shitty, like it's just
I remember a fan asked him on like fucking like Twitter or something. He was like, "So when are we gonna circle back to Eve's mutant toes?" And then fucking Gunn just goes, "Yeah, actually, she doesn't really have mutant toes. Jimmy's just an asshole." And it's like,
it's such a weird interpretation.
that's
such a weird way to go with it.
That's your dude.
And to like tell her to her face that it looks like somebody spilled a shrimp cocktail. What does that even mean?
It's like, come on.
Like what? How bad are they? Like what does that mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, I fully agree that like the Daily Planet was shafted, and I think if there was at least like I think this movie could have stood to have at least 5 or 10 more minutes of runtime.
Sure.
And I think that it should have been dedicated to the Daily Planet, to like fleshing out the Daily Planet a little bit, like when Clark first goes into work. And then I also think there should have been at least like another phone call with his parents.
Listen, man.
Like
I told you, we talked about it privately. They should have had the origin in the movie. They should have had the origin in the movie in some fashion.
I don't know about that.
In some fashion.
Maybe like an opening credit sequence, like showing his childhood,
Yes,
like a montage or something. Kind of like
talked
the
about
footage
how much he loved
we
All
see.
Star. He talked about how much he loved All Star. Could not bother to even like put the first opening panels of All Star in the movie itself, because I feel like even that would have done something. But it's
Desperate scientists, guys. Desperate scientists.
Which
Like,
admittedly,
no.
I did really like the opening though. Like I'm a sucker for like
so cool.
like the time description things where it's like 300 years and then 30 years, 3 years, 3 weeks, 3 minutes. Like so good. I like that got me like so in the movie and like
that got bro's
up,
pussy
like,
wet. That got bro's pussy wet, yo.
Clean up on aisle my pants.
Yeah. Yeah. I get what you mean though. I don't get what you I missed the first I missed that title. We were late by like 20 minutes, so I missed that title crumb. But yeah.
You missed it? Hold on. What do you mean you were late 20 minutes in?
Fucking chicken tenders. I was waiting for chicken tenders. Waiting for chicken tenders. Yeah. We missed the preview, and it's like when we got into the theater, there was already that scene of Superman. He was in like the snow and shit. Yeah.
Okay, so
what you were talking about, Ty? Because it's like outside of like that bedroom scene where it's like Lois is like looking around like Clark's like bedroom and shit, and that talk he had with like Jonathan. Where is like the For All Seasons sort of stuff? You know, it's like where's like the For All Seasons sort of like inspiration? I don't know. It's like it doesn't have to be like explicit, but it's like.
And it's like we talked about earlier, like some, with these adaptations, some artists, they just go dick in it, no comics, no nothing, and then some guys, some not guys, some artists, they take it seriously and they speak about the source material very passionately, and you obviously see it, reflected on the screen, just obviously think about Matt Reeves. Clearly, there was no giant evil.
Are you hard
demon
right
bat.
now?
Yeah. There is no evil.
Is your pussy is your fucking pussy wet?
bro.
Yeah,
Is your
bro.
is your pussy wet, bro?
There is no evil demon bat in the Batman, but there is that internal struggle that Bruce was dealing with that is very reminiscent
There is
of Darwin
Oscorp.
Cook's evil. Yes. There's Oscob. You know, there's there's the good stuff. There's 0 Year. There's a little bit of Long Halloween, but with Superman, it's like just vague symbolisms. There's a little bit of birthright, maybe, but like like the For All Seasons, All Stars. Like,
it is like it to me. It is birth. Like it is like basically like it is almost birthright.
Yeah,
just you didn't hit.
You didn't hit all the.
It's like
you didn't hit all the bases.
It's birthright in the same way that like the Civil War movie is Civil War.
Yeah,
like it's just they changed it up. They like shifted around the cards a little bit and like just decided to fuck around with it.
Yeah,
and that's not a problem with me. And I think we should. I think we've been beating around the bush with it since we keep mentioning birthright, but we don't really go into like the main birthright inspiration of it, like the parents' message.
Yeah.
I know you have thoughts, Ty.
Fuck bitches, get money. God fucking damn it. Fucking damn it. God fucking damn it.
What?
Sorry, I'm playing Persona right now. Sorry. Go ahead.
I thought your friend postponed the Dairy Queen again. I thought that was gonna be...
I would have said a slur. I would have said a slur, but no. Yeah, go right ahead with the birthright stuff because it's been a while since I read it. I just remember not liking it. So yeah, just go ahead. Yeah. I mean, I already talked about my piece adaptation wise. I just wish there was more For All Seasons DNA. But yeah, I mean, from what I'm hearing, there's a lot more birthright, and apparently for Marcus, a lot of John Byrne Superman too.
Yes.
In the fucking Lifeline, which is yeah.
That I've been hearing as well.
I've never read it. I can't speak to
it.
Yeah,
no, I can't talk about that.
I can't speak to it, but I was consulting with the old head council, and there was quite a bit of displeasure over the John Byrne influence.
Displeasure.
I guess I'm confused.
I think Marcus was telling me about how it's like in John Byrne's Superman, there's like an active like rejection of like. No, he's just telling me about how like in John Byrne's Superman, from like a panel, there's just like an active rejection of like Krypton, right? Where it's like Superman's going like, okay, I might have been born on Krypton, but like, why does that matter? I mean, I'm here on Earth right now, and that's what I should be worried about. And that's I guess because it's like the rejection of like the message, right? Where it's like, hey, I don't want to have a secret harem, and I don't want to fucking enslave people because they're primitive. I'm just gonna do my own thing, you know. It's like the main thing, but yeah. Are you guys gonna talk about birthright? Are you gonna talk about like the DNA, or was that just okay?
Yeah, you can go ahead, Bryce.
Is Bryce even here? Bryce.
I'm right here. I was just like I wanted to see if Ty had anything to speak on.
No, I took a couple big swings last round. You can go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead, man.
Okay. I don't mind that Jor-El, Bradley Cooper, is a freak off enjoyer. I don't mind that he's like just wanting Clark to go out there and fuck. I do think it's like it's just weird how it's like presented, I guess. Because it's like immediately, like, obviously anybody's first thought is like, oh, like he doctored the footage or like it's scrambled or something. But then they have like 3 different people say back to back to back.
Hold on.
Like, no, it's not doctored. There's no way it's doctored. There's no way it's doctored. And like, I think the one that like is weirdest to me is like Mr. Terrific saying it. He's like, nah, man, they'd never lie about that. It's like, how do you know? Like, you know these guys? Like, I think he said he's like he knows those guys, but it's like we just saw on like some news thing. Like, they didn't say specifically who translated.
Yeah, it's
So
like, yeah,
I don't know.
top,
It's very weird,
top
just a very
language
weird way
experts.
to like.
Yeah.
It was just a very weird way to like confirm to the audience, like, no, this is 100% real. Like, we're not gonna walk this back later.
Yeah.
So, and I do think it's like a smart idea to have Mr. Terrific be the person to like verify it, but I feel like there should have been like a gap between scenes where it's like he analyzes it himself and is like, I'm sorry, Clark, like it is legit. Like
Yeah, man.
I look it over
wanted to
myself
believe
and
in
to
you.
my best knowledge.
Yeah, I wanted to believe in you, but like, I'm sorry, man. And like,
I'm sorry, man.
Because it was mostly Guy, right? He was like, dude, you got fucking space harem? You're trying to fucking kill us? And it's like,
Guy
that's
who was
really like
laying
the
it
only
out.
like
Guy's
main.
stupid. Yeah, Guy's a stupid asshole.
Yeah. Meanwhile, fucking Kendra Saunders. They don't even know. She's like reincarnated evil alien hawk people.
She might be Thanagarian. We don't know yet. We don't know.
I'm pretty sure. No. Let me clear this up. I'm pretty sure she's not Shayara, and she's just full on Kendra. Because I'm pretty sure Gunn did the thing where it's like I don't think he's gonna do that full fucking because I remember Esteban, my buddy and me were like walking out of like the movie theater, and he was like, it's kind of weird seeing Hawk Girl on like her own without Hawk Man. Because they're supposed to be lovers, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of weird. And then I fucking went home, then I found out there's two Hawk Girls. There's two Hawk Girls.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just yeah. I don't know. James Gunn. I mean, is like a Hawk Girl like show like confirmed or something, or is this gonna be like the only time we see her film? Okay, so so this is all speculation.
Yeah, she's in Peacemaker talking about her butt.
Is she in Peacemaker?
Yeah, she's in Peacemaker talking about her butt. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it weird to anybody else that like it seems like Gunn is about to like cinematically cuck himself to John Cena? Is that like a little weird? Anybody else like? He's writing the show.
I've tried not to think about it. I tried not to think about it because I thought about it. See, I thought about it when I was watching the first season of Peacemaker. And I was like, I'm not gonna think about that too much. But you know what?
Like, were they even married at that point though?
No,
so
but they were involved. Like they've been dating for.
They were involved, but like. I could at least like ration. It's like, okay, maybe they were like just getting to like they were getting like more closer like during this production, what have you.
They've been dating.
But it's just decade. Like oh, they have. Okay, never mind. This is weird. Then I don't understand it. Like it's and like obviously he has like nothing to worry. Like he probably has nothing to worry about. Like that's his wife. He's secure in his position. But like I just think it's a little weird.
Why?
I wouldn't write that. If my wife was like an actress and like I wrote a script, I wouldn't write that like John Cena comes in and like
John Cena
woos her and fucks her,
digs in her, five great strokes.
Uses her better than anybody else could. This is me though.
It's like
this
James.
Me, though.
You said,
maybe I'm insecure.
James, you said there's a lot of passion here. Passion like she's never felt before, but I don't really know what you mean by that. Could you?
I'm just saying. He did write a Jor-El that was all about being poly and shit. So just saying, maybe. I'm not.
He's a dirty person. That's nothing to do with being poly. He's a dirty, evil person.
Jor-El?
Yes.
I thought the whole thing was like, hey man, you should procreate with like as many women as you. Well, I don't know, man. I'm not an expert on being poly, so yeah.
Well read, bro. Well studied.
Yeah.
Well studied.
Well studied.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you know what? Yeah, I guess since Bryce is being reluctant to get into the actual part of the matter. I mean, you know, I had the unfortunate occurrence of because for some reason, even when people just do like a press run, press junket, whatever, they talk about the movie ahead of time, and literally like the next day, all over my timeline, people talking about Jor-El and Laura in that scene. And at that point, I already knew what was happening. I was like, okay, whatever, fine. I'll just wait until I see it to actually formulate some sort of legitimate opinion. And
Sure.
I guess I'll say this: I don't, I don't feel very strongly on it because I think creatively, it's a big swing, and I think those big swings are important, and those big swings are things that I will fully just those are just things I will detach myself from if I need to for any given adaptation, like the Batman Thomas Wayne thing. I don't care about that. Like that's not something I'm like a lifelong Batman
Yeah.
How
fan.
could you do this to Thomas? How could you do it to him?
It's like like a
I'm a
bad
fucking
billionaire.
mo-
It's like a bad billionaire who wasn't ethically sound. Wow, surprise, shocker. But
But actually, Master Wayne, he was all right. He was disgusted by the offer. He never would have taken it.
Mm-mm.
but it was just I just felt like my issue taken with it was more so that it was a big swing that was taken with little follow up, with little intention for with little room for
The Jor-El
exploring the
or the
idea.
Thomas Wayne?
I'm talking about Joel. I'm talking about Joel.
Okay, okay.
It's like it's like imagine like a Spider-Man movie where like Richard and Mary Parker, like they're like secret agents and like they're on a plane and like they suddenly get killed by like this random guy. Oh my bad, that's my alarm. Sorry. They like suddenly get killed by this random guy and you like don't
I think it's telling
understand
you to go to
why.
bed. You're about to tread where you're treading where you shouldn't be. You're treading where you
Yeah.
shouldn't be right now.
Why? Why? Oh, but it's like like imagine like
You keep
they're in like a plane crash
keep
and they
going.
die, and then the movie just cuts to Peter Parker doing whatever, and they just never ever explain it thoroughly, ever again until like the middle of the movie when it's like really relevant to.
This sounds like Man of Steel, right? Sounds like the Krypton scene in Man of Steel. Is this not the Krypton scene in Man of Steel?
Hey man, it might as well be, bro. But it just felt like
I hate all of you.
an undercooked idea, which now I'm seeing talking it out consists of many of my issues with Superman, and I it's just like I I don't care about like the whole. I think I will say I think the championing Superman as like this immigrant allegory. I think that is a little tone deaf now. Um, Seeing that there were it's like an immigrant allegory with an at risk that like things are ambiguous at the end of the movie with how it stands
What
between
do you
Clark and
mean by that?
Krypton. Well, I just mean in the sense that he he reconciles with the fact that he was raised on human principles and it was his human parents and the way they raised him and ultimately gave him the autonomy to be the person he wants to be. But then
Mhm.
in turn, he decides at the very end of the movie that he's going to, in some part, reject some of that heritage, or at least not really embrace it as much as he thought, embrace it as proudly as he would, which could have been a parent thing, but I would have appreciated if that had more time and that distinction was made very clear and there was some reconciliation with that
Yes,
and it
to
wasn't just
me, like
made through the if it was like if it wasn't just made through the perspective of like oh he's talking with his human parents and he feels better again this is where it would have benefited to have at least one more scene with Supergirl, where it's just like, bro, like what happened? Like I don't know how to feel about this. Like it feels like there should have been at least some sort of secondary character that understood that isolation, that understood that like alienation, that inherent alienation that comes with being Superman, and it wasn't just the humans in his life that made him feel better about that. It's like making an X-Men story about like how mutants feel like outcasts, and then you like make, I don't know, like a human really important to the story, and you make it all about like humans make mutants feel better because it's about mutant relatability, and we're all just humans at the end of the day. Hooray! It's like, no, it's like he's still an alien, and that's such a big part of him. And I think not even like having the depth to like go there, that's like one of the key, at least I feel like that's one of the key components of being Superman. And if you're really hailing that as an immigrant allegory, I feel like that's something you should really be honing in on, rather than all of it being about like, oh, I'm so human, I love being human, my human everybody, I love my human parents, I love my human friends. It's like, please, bro, you are an alien. Can we embrace that in some fashion? But again, breakneck speed with that movie. So that's just my problem. That's just my problem inherently. I don't care about the mischaracterization and whatnot. That's whatever.
I guess I do get what you mean about him. I guess I just like in what other Superman anything really is like, is he like embracing his Kryptonian
Well,
aspect other than just like wearing the suit?
It's like
Like what other way is he supposed to like represent it or like evoke it?
The oddities, the weird stuff, like the zoo and just not. I guess I just
Like
wanted
to me,
something
like
where
if he like took the suit off and was like, no,
Yeah.
fuck this, like I want to make my own, then like I get it, like I kind of get your point more, but like he's still like wearing a Kryptonian crest and like still
Right.
like has like very much Kryptonian ties, so it's not like he just like renounces to me. Like I didn't see it as a renouncement, I just saw it as like an embrace. Like this is a version of Clark who had like so like bought in and embraced the idea that like his parents were like these benevolent people that just wanted him there to like do good. And then like when that's not the case, when they actually want him there to like impregnate the population and like spread Kryptonian heritage in like a very forceful way, like that shakes him. But like I just don't see how there's no point in the movie where it felt like to me he was like fully renouncing like himself being Kryptonian. Like his actions at the end of the movie, like all of it was like him being an alien. Like I don't know like how else like he could, like he doesn't seem like he's trying to avoid that. It's just him confronting Lex and being like, no, fuck you. Like this whole movie I've been dealing with people like questioning me and like asking why I do what I do. When at the end of the day, like I have the same feelings as you do. like I'm doing the same, like I'm doing the same thing. It's just like I am like of a different I am of a different heritage in some respects. That's it.
And I guess
Like, I just come from a different place.
It's like baby's first immigrant. Immigrants are human.
Well, it is because that's the
and it's okay. But here's the thing: we talked about
I guess
it
like if you could point out
it's
a Superman story to me where like he like is really like spreading his Kryptonian heritage out and all that shit again, other than just like wearing his suit. And like I don't get it. I don't get the complaint. Like I don't know what else like you could do. I don't know what you could do.
Here's my thing. I'm not just exclusively asking for like him to become like a Kryptonian Hotep. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking for some like for like some like some depth here. Like I think my point about like his like that point of like the like it just feels like he came to that conclusion at the end of the film with zero sense of like introspection, like nothing to do like everything to do with the humans that raised him in his life and nothing to do about the fact that he was raised alien and he was raised different, and that doesn't really negate the fact that he's still like he still turned out all right. Like he's still able to make a good life for himself in spite of his Kryptonian parents obviously having different intentions for him. It just felt like that was like it felt like there was a switch, at least to me. It felt like there was a switch somewhere in the movie between Clark being very proud of his parents from Krypton and that being his whole thing, and him, kind of being like, with Ma and Pa Kent, and then once he's like, nearly dying on death's door, and he returns home, and then he's like, oh, like I love my parents, like I think they're so awesome, I think they're so great. I think that dichotomy and the flip between like those realizing who are the people that raised you, and who are the people you're actually appreciating as your parents, who are the people you're recognizing as your parents. That flip wasn't something that's really explored, and I think that in turn, with the whole they don't get me because I'm an alien, the fact that that wasn't really explored, even if I'm not looking for it in a specific story that some fuck wrote in like 2009, even if I'm not looking for it in that, I just think not having the creative intuition to just explore that and just see where it takes you, like it's just like it doesn't, I don't want to call it lazy, but it's just like if you can't naturally go there and just see where that goes, then maybe like take some stuff out your story, maybe scale it down a little bit, maybe have some more time for that. If we couldn't fit it in there, find some time for it. You are directing it, you have the final cut, no one's going to tell you no. He could make this he could have made it 3 hours if he wanted to. I'm not saying he should have, but he could have made it 3 hours if he wanted to. He could have made it 2:49 if he wanted to. No one was forcing him. No one was mandating James Gunn to put the Justice Gang in it, or the Engineer, or anyone, It's breakneck speed for no other reason than he chose for it to be, and I guess that's my problem with it. That's my problem with it. It's nearly inexcusable in spite of the pressure.
Disagree.
Pussy.
I think you should kill yourself, Ty. I think you should kill yourself.
I do actually agree with, like, I wish there was more runtime. There should have been, like I said earlier, like at least like 10 more minutes. Should have been like a little bit more like of a buffer space, because like I still am like very comfortable and satisfied with the arc goes through in this movie personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I really like all of like the tidbits we get about him as a person. My favorite piece of characterization is like obviously like he just lost to the Hammer of Baravia. He goes to work, and then he goes over to Lois's apartment, and he's like, oh, I cooked breakfast for you because I know that's your favorite. And Lois says, that's your favorite. Like, I like breakfast, but I like breakfast like normal people. You like breakfast for dinner. And it's my favorite bit because it subtly says, like, Clark can't do for himself unless he's doing for others. Like, that's the only way he can, like, ever do for himself or, like, think about himself is if he, like, recontextualizes it as something he's doing for somebody else. And that's the whole movie, basically.
Right.
It's like the second he's confronted with the parents thing, he immediately jumps into the crypto stuff. And he's, like, diving into that and is like, I don't want to think about this right now. Like I don't really want to consider this right now because, like, that would require me taking time, and I'm not used to that.
Right.
So I have to go like actually help somebody out in order for me to feel comfortable in this moment.
Right.
And it's like, I don't even want to say it's like toxic positivity, but it's almost like it's like along those same like lines where it's like,
Or it's
you're
it's like
trying to
it's
like
just
be
him
so
taking his mind off of it in like the only way he knows how to like sort of take his mind off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like instead of like doom scrolling on this is his equivalent of doom scrolling on Instagram.
Yeah.
Is to like actually go out there and like help people.
Yeah. And
Which
you
I
know
think
what?
is like a really like fascinating way to characterize Superman, personally.
And I guess that I suppose in that sense, it does feel like it almost feels like an incomplete arc for me in that sense because there is that like rushing, like there is that sense of like rushing around, and there is that sense of like, oh, he's like so busy that he can't be tied down, and like he paused and he can't be like there, like he can't be tied down and he can't really have a minute to process that. But he gets hit for like one
But
scene
then
and then
he's like forced
yeah, and he's
to me, like
forced
then
to
he's forced to though.
for simply one scene, and then he just fully understands it. He fully gets it, and it's like wait, wait, like pause, hold on, like you know, like you weren't even like you got knocked out and you understood it. You were forced, like yes, he was forced to suffer. He was forced to understand the gravity of what being Superman meant to him, but the not meant to him, but meant to other people. But the fact that it was just like
I do agree with you in the sense I wish that scene was or like that sequence was like elongated. Like we got a little bit more like him just like on the farm kind of like taking a breather.
Yeah.
But I just like that it happened at all, I guess. Like I guess I still like it enough to where like I didn't mind.
It feels like the bare minimum.
I don't know.
It feels like the bare minimum to me at that. And I can understand why.
Yeah.
On my recent watch, it didn't feel like bare minimum. To me, at least. It didn't feel like bare minimum. It didn't feel like we were like checking a box. It felt like no, like this guy's been running around and like only after he was like forcefully like made to sit down is he like it's like you saw like Ma and Pa like trying to call him like after that whole situation, he just didn't pick up.
Yeah.
And like it's like coming home for the first time after like
it's
something
quite
like bad. He's like coming back home after like something bad happened, and it's like you just like go back to like this like he was made to go back to like a safe space, and like he finally like received like that comfort. And I get what you mean about like you wishing like that source of comfort like came from like Supergirl as well.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm
talking about For All Seasons because it's quite literally just that scene from For All Seasons where he's like he is defeated by Luthor and he has to go back to that farm. Yeah, where he's like he's like damn, I fucking lost and I lost bad and I don't know what to do, right? And I think For All Season has it in like a way where it's like he doesn't outright defeat like Luthor as like explicitly in like the movie, right? Where it's not like a complete undermining. It's just he gets defeated, then he goes back to the farm, and then he saves like Smallville, and then he goes back and he's just doing his thing, and that's how he's undermining it, right? But in the movie, they have it be more explicit with it, right? And I think I get what Ty is talking about, where it's like I think they do want just like that, because did Clark talk to Lois on like the farm while he was there for like a little bit? Not one bit. Yeah, I think it's like for me personally, right? Because it's like if Gunn were to like go like, because it's like you guys are talking about how it's like they could have had like 10 or like 15 more minutes, but it's like I think if Clark had that like moment where he's like walking around like Smallville for like a little bit, and he's like realizing like it's like and he's talking to Lois about like his like heritage and whatnot, and like how like he's like he feels like at odds, and he's like, damn, for the first time in my life, I have to stop and I have to think about how I have to go about doing this thing. It would have been a really nice.
Are you gonna? You're just feeding me the plot right now.
I'm just saying.
You're just
It would have been
Oh.
because you talked about how how he and Lois had that sort of argument at the beginning where he's like, I'm saving lives, right. But it's like it's him at that moment where he's like, all I can do. He's like he's not thinking about it. He's just doing what he knows, right. And then he has that talk with Lois in Smallville where he's like, maybe I do have to think about it a little bit. Maybe I do have my actions. It would have made that fight with Ultraman a lot more, I don't know, streamlined.
I will say I am inclined to agree with you, because I will say also with Lois, after that scene with Clark in his apartment, she just became all plot, like plot. I gotta think about what's going on with Luthor, and like what's going on with this and that. And then in the end of the movie, she was like, "All right, I love Clark Kent, Superman. Let's kiss, bro."
Yeah, I get it now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the reason why she like embarked on all of it was because she was worried about Clark.
I know. But it's like plot.
Yeah.
Like we just had that whole
thing.
It
is very plot. Where it's like outside of Lois seeing like the fucking Mighty Crabjoys poster, right, which was obviously like a callback to that argument. There wasn't really much of an interaction in his like defeated state in like Smallville outside of like Clark Kent, outside of Pa Kent, right? And I think it's like if they just had like one more conversation between Lois and like Clark, I would, yeah.
Like when he wakes up. Just like have her be right there and they have a conversation. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think also just a major flaw, and I just really don't understand why the Kents were even in this movie. Because like I just felt like like they're just like useless. Like I don't really like. I feel like the fact that like why was Ma Kent even in this movie? Like I feel like why was she even in this movie if like her and Clark didn't have a genuine, really beautiful conversation, and then like 30 seconds after she like shapeshifted into Martian Manhunter. I feel like that is a major flaw that James Gunn just didn't consider whatsoever.
Fucking Pa Kent has a conversation with him. He's like, Clark, you maybe you should do what your parents told you, and then he like morphs into a white Martian. What if Jon Stewart showed up?
No, I just that wasn't a real criticism of the Kents. Of the Kents, to be clear.
What if Lex Luthor said he would give Superman the reach around, a hateful reach around? he would pull a 69B maneuver on him.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, after all that, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. Like I thought it was I don't know, man. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I think I'll like the sequel more. Though. I think I'll like Supergirl more. I think I'll like Supergirl 10 times more. And I think I'll like the sequel.
I'm very excited for Supergirl. I will say two things.
Mm-hmm.
The only major disappointment I have with this movie, and this is my own expectations, it's my own fault, is just that it's not as bulletproof as something like a Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse, or even like the Suicide Squad, where it's like, if I met somebody who said they didn't like those movies, I would just kind of think they're an asshole. Like, I would think that they're not a fun person to be around. Whereas, like, if somebody says, like, I just didn't really care for the new Superman, I would think that to an extent. But like, I could at least understand. I could at least understand more, like, why somebody would not care for this movie. And I wish it was good enough to where it's like, no, this is undeniable. I hope we get there. Like you said, like I think the sequel will be better. I don't know necessarily if James Gunn should be the guy to take on the sequel.
Yeah.
Listen, man, he should have done.
No matter how much I like this movie,
should have done The Authority. Stay in your lane, pal.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane.
Turn that fucking C-lister.
Ragtag.
Turn that C-list team into a fucking household name.
Yeah, ragtag teams
Like,
that turn into found
I don't know.
That's your wheelhouse. Stay away from Kal-El. Stay away from the House of L. We don't want you. We don't want you.
This is the House of L. We clowning this motherfucker.
But take your ass back to Suicide Squad.
Like, I don't know necessarily if Gunn should do like the direct sequel to this. I would not be opposed because, like, I think he's probably learned a lot of lessons from this movie.
Yeah,
and like just given like and this is why like I made the Guardians comparison earlier, where it's like you start off with the first movie and like Rocket's not that deep, but then by the third movie he's like, oh, like he's just fucking amazing. Like I would love to see that progression because I think this is like on par or maybe even better than the first Guardians movie for me.
Yeah.
For me, I know that might be heresy for some people.
Did not
like for me. This is like as good.
That's crazy. That was crazy.
What?
Yeah, I didn't like the first Guardians movie, but I agree.
Yeah. Like I think people maybe gas that movie up a little too much.
I haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen any of them.
But like I think this is like on par, if not better. Like I would probably just say straight up better than that first movie.
Better.
So if like if we're on like the similar trajectory where it only gets better with each movie, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what he could possibly do if like this, if he does get a trilogy or if he does do more movies, like what they would look like. I would love to see.
I can't wait for that World's Finest movie with a 20-year-old Superman interacting with a 50-year-old Batman.
Because I'm genuinely gonna get
50-year-old Batman, come on, man.
I'm genuinely gonna get angry. I thought you were talking about James Gunn, World's Finest, and I was about to get really angry. That's like the least funny.
What if we get Superman, Wonder Woman, and it's about Superman and Wonder Woman fucking, and like he like. You know,
and then geriatric Batman, 50-year-old Batman's watching from the corner. He's in his tuck chair.
Yeah, no, 50-year-old Batman has sex with Lois, and they have a baby together. And for some reason, the Riddler shows up, and he's like, "I solved the anti-life equation," and then he kills himself.
He blows his head.
Splatters his brains all over the screen.
And Superman just raises that like bastard child. He just raises that bastard child, and then that bastard child becomes a new Batman.
My best friend cucked me, and I love him for it. Oh man, I just
Put that on a t-shirt, please.
A t-shirt.
I just James Gunn, we're good, bro. Stay away from Superman. We're good.
I cucked my Kryptonian friend.
Yeah.
Hey man.
Yeah.
You have any final lingering thoughts on Superman?
No. I think that's pretty much it.
I think it's good. I think good on Gunn for not using a shit ton of licensed music. Because if I heard fucking Drive by Incubus during that prison scene, I would have fucking screamed in the fucking theater. Would have just started screaming bloody fucking murder, dude. Yeah. But other than that, no, I don't have anything else.
I would not say hashtag the gun jammed. I would say perhaps hashtag the gun had blanks. Hashtag it was a water gun with two ends. This Friday, not this Friday, this Thursday, get ready for a Shack Attack. Fantastic Four, First Steps, opens worldwide. See it in IMAX. We are ready. Fantastic Four FC.
If this is another Thunderbolts, I'm blowing my fucking head off, dude.
Dude, no. See, I'm not flinching. I'm not gonna do any of that superficial. It's gonna be Thunderbolts. No. And I'm not gonna say Marvel is back either, because I know Marvel isn't back. I'm just gonna say.
We got Doomsday next year, bro. We got Doomsday.
I like Thunderbolts though. I like Thunderbolts. That was pretty alright.
Wet.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Wet fart. Wet fart.
Wait, hold on, Ty. Did you not like Thunderbolts?
I thought it was okay. I didn't understand the
Okay.
critical acclaim.
I'm just saying. Teriyaki Asian and Spirit Sips went up to Bryce's area for Bryce's wedding, and his fucking movie theater had really shit choices. So it was either Thunderbolts or a fucking Wes Anderson movie because we didn't want to go watch Final Destination.
Those two choices, I would have made the same decision. Same decision. Fuck Wes Anderson.
Hey man.
Can we get Wes Anderson for the Wonder Woman movie? I'm sure that would be great.
Don't even joke. Don't even joke.
Don't even kid, lad. Don't even kid, lad.
Even joke, lad.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, you know, James Gunn, Superman.
Supergirl next year.
My headphones just died. My fucking headphones just died. Oh shit! Hold on, give me a sec. Fuck, I can't hear you guys. Holy shit, we've been on for so long. My fucking headphones died. Okay. Well, okay. And 64. Price is coming on down. See it.
Completely incoherent. James Gunn. James Gunn Superman 2.5 out of 5 penguins. 2.5 out of 5 penguins.
I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 cobs. 4 out of 5 cobs for me.
I'll give it.
I'll give it
4. I'll give it 4.5 out of 5 Netanyahu's thrown off a building.
I'm gonna get 4 to 5 blisses. 4 out of 5 Salvatore Maronis.
But anyways, I've been Teriyaki Asian. Go see.
I guess.
Yeah. And Adam Sandler's Big Wheel. Wash meme page. Wash meme page.
Hey man. Hey man, that Jor-El one was good. That Jor-El one was pretty funny. You gotta give me that one. Give me that one.
We'll see you back here in like a week or two for the Fantastic Four retrospective. And you know what? Maybe 6 months down the line, we'll see you here for Black Adam or whatever. I don't know.
We'll finish it out. We'll finish
it out. Black Adam.
Yeah. Hashtag Rock's Throne. All right. Hashtag Rock's Throne.
Hashtag cock out.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see you guys later.
Later.
Bye.